Hi, my name is Sloan, and I start my senior year next week, so here's all the advice you need to know for high school. Coming from a senior. Did you hear that the first time? A top dog around the school, a seasoned pro. I'm just kidding. But yeah, before I went to the small school I went to now, I did my first 2 years of high school at a very large public school, so I feel like I have a wide breadth of experience. My first piece of advice is probably the most important, and that is to stay on top of your academics and maintain a decent GPA. I'm not saying you need to register for 3,000 AP courses your freshman year. You definitely don't. Take classes that sound interesting to you and that you like. However, even if you are currently thinking, I'm not really trying to be an academic weapon, do all the things, by applying yourself to some extent in your freshman year, you are giving your future self options. Let's say you have a eureka moment over a physics problem sophomore year and you decide that you want to become a freaking physicist and you want to lock in and you want to go to Harvard. If you had a really low GPA freshman year, then it's going to be a little bit more difficult for you to bring that back up and get back on track. So you give yourself so much flexibility and so many options by just maintaining those good grades freshman year, which you don't need to overwork yourself to do that. I promise you, there are so many resources out there, teachers that want to help you, friends you can study with. You don't need to be pulling any all-nighters or anything like that, but you should be being respectful to teachers, asking questions, and not afraid to stay on track of your stuff. I promise it's not embarrassing and it is not uncool to be smart. My next advice is that you really should join some sort of club, activity, or sport within school. So obviously, Sloan the Rapper is not a master of the athletics, but I did decide to join speech and debate so that I could be surrounded by some really awesome, like-minded individuals who love public speaking as much as I do. Or maybe you're a little more argumentative, then that also might be the right activity for you. But there's lots of other things. There's Model UN, there's DECA, there's theater, you name it, art, film, yearbook, journalism. It's really great because it kind of like forces you to make some friends, and it also gives you access to friends of older age. This is nice, okay? It's so nice to have some senior friends, some junior friends that are on your side, on your team, you know what I mean? That can seep some wisdom into you. And in your classes, you won't be surrounded by upperclassmen, but in these activities, you probably will. You don't have to get married to any of them, you know what I mean? Like this obviously can change, but it's great to get yourself started. The next piece of advice, speaking of things can change, is that to remember your friend group will probably change. And the people that you enter this high school with, they don't need to be the same people that you graduated with. You never know what could happen, so don't feel too stuck to anything. It really is important to find a great group of friends, but that will happen. I don't think it's something that you need to overthink and overdo. It will happen. You will find the right people to surround yourself with. And to make kind of a measure to figure out if these are the right people to surround yourself with, think about that thing where it's like, if you're surrounded by 4 smart people, you'll become the 5th. If you're surrounded by 4 lazy people, you'll become the 5th. Would you want to become the 5th or the 6th or the 7th of these group of people? Would you want to gain their attributes? Because I promise you, even if you're #not susceptible to peer pressure, you will become more like the people you surround yourself with, which can be a great thing. Surround yourself with people that are like way smarter than you, that are way better at your sport. You know what I mean? You can take advantage of peer pressure, in a sense. My next piece of advice, especially for freshmen, is to not worry too much because everyone is thinking about themselves. I promise you, the smartest guy at school, the coolest guy at school, they're thinking about themselves, not you. So it's okay if you embarrass yourself a little bit. Is that targeted to me? Yeah, obviously. Guys, I embarrassed myself more ways than you can count, all right? I was doing the whole TikTok thing for all the years of high school. I fumbled on the intercom once. I would just always make a little fool out of myself because it's just in my nature. And that's okay. You know what I mean? People will laugh, people will talk, but it's okay. You should be able to not take yourself too seriously and laugh at yourself a little bit. If you show up to school with a bad hair day, or you drop your backpack, or you have it unzipped. Oh, that would happen to me all the time. It's fine, bro. It's just high school, all right? You need to remind yourself this. No one ever looks back on their life and was like, oh, high school, just the best year. No one does that, okay? So don't feel pressured to make it like that for you. All right, that's it. Let me know if you guys have any more specific questions for how I handle my homework or like different things like that. Obviously, I'm not the expert on everything. I was not Miss Winner of high school. There's no such thing. Everybody loses high school. That's what you'll learn soon enough. But also, it's honestly fun and like you're probably scared for no reason. So love you guys. Good luck. Have an amazing day. Just know that I'm there with you in spirit all the time.